Alright, for this video we're going to be talking about ESP's only full-length album titled The Future Is Now, which was released through Dream Records. I've heard about this band for quite some time, especially when you go into, the underground metal scene from the 80s and so forth. Definitely this was brought up most of the time, especially through the Heavy Metal Rarities forum, which I joined back in 2012. Yeah. I never really listened to the album until yesterday. But before I get into my thoughts on the album, let's definitely also go back, let's go back to the little bit of the history. Definitely formed, during the maybe early 80s. This band was also featured on one of the Metal Massacres with the track Take 'Em Alive, which I guess is probably a re-recorded version. It does appear on this album. It does. If I accidentally said it doesn't, I apologize for that. But definitely it was on one of the Metal Massacres, one's from like 1986. So it's definitely right, I think the same one with I think like more Heretic with the track Impulse. So I think it's that same Metal Massacre. Well, overall, there's that. And of course, but they didn't get the signed to Metal Blade. They got signed to Dream Records, which had Jack Starr and fucking Nightmare, which is the French band. Power of the Universe, I believe so. Waiting for the Night or something like that. Yeah. They've had definitely some few bands on there, but those are the ones that just seems to stick out at me. But this was definitely released through a unknown label, and one that I knew of for some time. But here is ESP's The Future Is Now, which starts off with the instrumental, which titled like PSI something fucking letters, whatever. It's just an instrumental that's okay. I think it's like your typical. It's not a shrapnel sort of instrumental where it's just the guitar player shredding his fucking dick off, whatever. But it's just okay. And then it goes in Never Too Scared. It definitely starts promising right here. It's definitely good. Ninja, fine. The Future Is Now, fine as well. Don't put on. Don't put up a fight. Another okay track. It's kind of a one of the more mid-paced tracks here, but it's good. But all right. Yeah, I know where you're going with this. Pretty much you know where I am going with this. United Strong's fine. Yeah, Chance of a Lifetime or some. I think it's one that kind of goes for a ballad, but isn't really a ballad. Take Me Alive, which is a track that appeared on the Metal Massacre from 1986. I don't know fucking numbers or whatever, because Metal Blade would use fucking Roman numerals, and I never really studied that much on Roman numerals and what it fucking stands for. That's why I have a hard time kind of naming the WrestleManias. And you get Tower of Babel, which is a good way to end the album nonetheless. It's definitely a great track. Overall, it's a decent album, but it's probably one I do need to give another listen to, but not really a whole lot on it really struck at me as being, oh my god, this is fucking great. No, not really. It was definitely more enjoyable than The Taste of Iron, which The Taste of Iron is still by far probably one of the I hate to say it, one of the weakest albums when it comes to obscure metal releases. I just don't get some of the hype behind some of these obscure metal albums. This one is definitely decent, but it's not one that really fucking, like, blew me away. It's okay. It's definitely worth a listen. It's just something that just isn't really worth all that much attention. It's a good album. It's not really anything that really just, that just really was throat-grabbing material. It's not jaw-breaking stuff. It's just, at times, average, decent, it's good, it's a very fun, enjoyable listen, but it's just not something that you could put on for all time. It's not like, a really classic material. Where I'm going at is, it's not top tier stuff. It's like probably second tier, third tier, though I wouldn't say third tier, because if it was third tier, it would be on like the level of me, like the Taste of Iron and so forth. But here, it's like second tier stuff. It's not really, it's enjoyable, but it's not something that's like, top tier shit. So it's okay. If you wonder what I'm drinking lemonade. That's all. Overall, it's okay. Other than that, it's not a bad album at all. I do like it. It's just that. So I'm not going to waste too much time on this video. So if you have heard The Futures Now, what are your thoughts? If you have any thoughts, you can post your comments down below. This is me. I'm out. It's time to get to the next album.